Logan Paul might be sentenced to decades in federal prison, suffer significant financial losses, and have his brand's name completely destroyed if found guilty. You guys are fully aware of who I am. Logan Paul is my name, and I am the guy you paid to see. Therefore, stop talking. Logan Paul finds himself embroiled in yet another crisis that is causing the world to tremble. From the beer behemoth Refresco suing him for $67 million over a breach of contract to Lionel Messi hauling him to court over plagiarism claims, and his billion-dollar pride is now accumulating like unsaleable garbage, the ultimate prime hydration. It's incredible to consider that Logan Paul was at the height of his fame only a few years ago. He dominated the mainstream media at the time and was heralded as a global celebrity and wealthy entrepreneur. When he entered the WWE ring as an entertainment celebrity and signed endorsement deals worth tens of millions of dollars, his fame grew even more, drawing attention from all over the world. The most obvious evidence of his heyday was Prime Hydration, which was once heralded as the beverage of the future and sold out in the US and the UK, leaving enthusiasts rushing to get their hands on a bottle. Now, however, all of that gleam has disappeared completely. How did a brand that was sold out everywhere become a forgotten stockpile? How did a once celebrated global celebrity fall into an abyss of legal troubles and failure? Most importantly, did Logan Paul's mistakes actually cause him to crash? Or has the mask finally come off his face? The beginning of Logan Paul's trip resembled a contemporary fairy tale. His short, humorous, high-energy, and occasionally radically unusual videos helped him become well-known on Vine in the early 2010s. He became a social media sensation when these videos swiftly accumulated millions of followers. Logan turned to YouTube and created an empire after Vine went down in 2016. With more than 23 million subscribers, he was more than simply a YouTuber, he was a lucrative enterprise. He launched the popular podcast with high-profile interviews, sold branded t-shirts, caps, and merchandise, appeared in movies and television series, and even competed in boxing against well-known opponents like Floyd Mayweather. Every action was planned to convert attention into revenue. However, everything fell apart in January 2018, after Logan shared a video from the suicide forest in Aokigahara, Japan. He laughed insensitively while filming a dead body hanging. Outrage ensued on the internet, which denounced him as exploitative and heartless for pursuing opinions. Sponsorship agreements were canceled. After YouTube demonetized his channel, Logan Paul became a representation of carelessness. Logan didn't give up, though. After taking a break from social media, he reappeared with a heartfelt video apology, in which he acknowledged his error, discussed his work with mental health specialists, and promised to utilize his position for good. He concentrated on being spontaneous, interviewing celebrities, and delving into more complex subjects. When he started boxing, he showed maturity by participating in bouts that received millions of viewers. He peaked as a WWE star and co-founder of the billion-dollar drink company, Prime Hydration, alongside KSI. Logan Paul recovered from being a global outcast and became a symbol of salvation, demonstrating that anyone could make amends with enough willpower. Although it appeared to be a happy ending, it was actually just the beginning of a more serious catastrophe. Millions of people jumped in to try to make quick money in 2021, as the NFT non-fungible token and cryptocurrency frenzy swept the world. Overnight, unknown coins soared in value, and JPEGs sold for hundreds of thousands. Logan Paul saw a fresh gold mine among this flurry of hope and greed. Not genuine gold, but one based on his admirers' unquestioning faith. He didn't merely make passing reference to Crypto Zoo. He relentlessly promoted it by using his influence. Rapid-fire tweets, live streaming, and the impetuous podcast, with millions of views, all contributed to the perception that this was a transformative moment. Logan promoted Crypto Zoo as a distinctive blockchain game on his program. Using $Zoo tokens, players would purchase NFT eggs, hatch rare animals, and breed them into priceless hybrids. He brazenly referred to Crypto Zoo as the Pokemon of the 21st century, boasted of having a large team behind him, and stated that he had personally invested $1 million. It's a game. You may earn money playing this entertaining game. I developed the blockchain project, Crypto Zoo, approximately a year and a half ago. On the blockchain, you can purchase these eggs, hatch them into what are known as basic animals, and then breed your base animals to produce visually appealing content for admirers. Logan did more than just post on YouTube. He served as a prophetic guide to a prosperous future. From tiny investors to devoted followers, Thousands of people contributed $18.5 million. However, the dream became terrifying. The game was a failure. Promised features like breeding or trading never came to pass, and eggs were unable to hatch. Helicopter Bob, a gamer, lost $7,000. An investor from Australia lost $500,000. From its peak in 2021, the value of the Zoo token plummeted to less than 1% of its initial value. Many people realized they had lost faith in their idol and fell bankrupt, drowning in debt. He took every last dime out of his fans' wallets. "How much did you guys make from Crypto Zoo?" declared one irate investor. "I lost about $50,000 in Crypto Zoo, about $40,000, and about $15,000. I lost $25,000, $120,000, and $500,000 Australian, which is $500,000 in Crypto Zoo." "No, you haven't." "Yes, $500K. "Oh no." But Logan remained silent in the face of the backlash, staying away from Crypto Zoo for 15 months. While thousands of people struggled to get their money back, Logan casually shifted to new endeavors, even starting Prime Hydration, which turned fans into customers while Crypto Zoo victims sat in despair. More than any other factor, this silence made people angry. The tipping point was reached in December 2022, when YouTuber CoffeeZilla, a well-known crypto scam investigator, published videos revealing the truth. Crypto Zoo was not merely a failure, it was obviously a scam, with the game's code stolen from another project. Millions disappeared, fans lost money, and many people became indebted. It was a shock to the audience's confidence to learn that Logan had taken advantage of the very fans who trusted him. And rather than offering an apology or accepting responsibility, Logan went on the attack. Developers were not paid, and team members like Eddie Abans had a history of fraud. I responded to CoffeeZilla's scam allegations on January 3, 2023, accusing him of distorting facts, attacking CoffeeZilla as someone who profits from slandering people's reputations, and threatening to file a defamation lawsuit. CoffeeZilla, I watched your 3-part series, investigating Logan Paul's biggest scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. Coffee, you attacked my reputation. I'm going to defend myself with facts in this video today, something you've gotten into the habit of twisting as you continue to transition from an investigator to a gossip channel. Your work used to be objective, but your addiction to clicking has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real mistakes with very real consequences. I'm preparing legal action and will sue this guy to the end. Logan said, "You shaped the narrative, making millions by telling people I'm a scammer. That's completely false." However, leaked private messages revealed his true intent, which was not only to protect his reputation, but also to make CoffeeZilla's life more difficult in order to make him miserable. "He must make the payment," Logan wrote. "You told me I couldn't say anything because Eddie was being probed by the FBI, and it was confidential information. It's all over the internet. I've been let on for a year, bro." These remarks exposed his lack of integrity and shown that he would use money and influence to silence opponents. "Do you see how this looks?" "I see how it looks." "What did you do?" "I tried to help get the project done. That's all I did." "I believe there's a piece of information being left out. I've also asked you numerous times to audit the contract for the game and see where the money went, but that has never happened either." Under tremendous pressure, Logan Paul announced a $2.3 million refund program that covered only 12% of losses, with the catch that recipients had to sign a no-sue agreement. The #Paul scam went viral around the world, leaving fans feeling not only financially defrauded, but also betrayed at their core. Logan showed no intention of taking responsibility, instead blaming partners and using legal threats to silence criticism. The fallout from Crypto Zoo is more than just a financial failure. Over 130 investors filed a class action lawsuit seeking $4.22 million, accusing Logan of fraud and negligence. For many victims, this was an atonement, but a desperate PR move. "He believes a half-hearted apology and a few million can erase our pain," one investor said bitterly. "It's a huge hole in the wall of trust." Logan spent years repairing his reputation as a man who uses faith for financial gain. But just when it appeared that he had reached his lowest point, another scandal surfaced, bringing him even closer to the brink. As trust in Crypto Zoo eroded, his lifeline project, Prime Hydration, started to expose its own shadowy sides, leaving the world wondering what the real story was behind Logan Paul's empire. In 2022, Logan Paul and KSI launched Prime Hydration as a lifeline to save his reputation amid the unresolved cryptozoo storm. Promoted as a healthy drink for Gen Z, Prime was positioned as a hydration and energy-boosting miracle on everything from stadium billboards to TikTok to UFC million-view videos. Oh bro, when you drink it, you're going to come, bro. Whoa. That's how good it is, bro. However, the shine quickly faded. Logan boasted, "We definitely cracked the code," claiming it was the perfect drink for youth and athletes, convincing millions, including countless parents, that it was safe for their kids. Prime Energy, the brand's energy drink variant, was exposed for having 200 milligrams of caffeine per can, which is double that of Red Bull and far above reasonable limits for kids. Even worse, parents were misled by its almost exact design, which caused children to drink it by mistake. Worrying reports arose that kids aged 10, 12 experienced insomnia, racing hearts, and trembling after one can. One mother described the experience as horrifying. "Just sitting still caused my 10-year-old son's heart rate to rise to 120. After one prime, he was trembling violently." The charges did not end there. It was discovered that Prime contained harmful PAS compounds that have been connected to cancer and major health problems. The presence of mold in certain batches raised questions regarding production standards. Due to health concerns, Prime was banned from schools in the US, UK, and Australia. US Senator Charles Schumer criticized the FDA's kid-targeted marketing and demanded an investigation. Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, is requesting that the FDA look into whether the highly popular Prime Energy drink is being marketed to youngsters. The company also produces a drink with no caffeine. We refer to it as Prime Hydration. According to Senator Schumer, the two drinks' advertisements and packaging are nearly the same. Prime's creators note that the label cautions that youngsters under the age of 18 should not use it. Prime's hydration promises are undermined by its formulation, according to a dietitian. In summary, it was a hazardous energy drink, particularly for young consumers, rather than the sports beverage it was marketed as. Logan remained vocal despite the criticism. In a video titled, "Exposing the Truth About Prime," he announced, "I don't care what you've heard," as part of a noisy public relations campaign that invited viewers to tour the production facility. Prime is completely recyclable and free of toxins. However, he took a clever step and attacked rivals by denouncing their use of Red 40, a dye that has been banned in several countries and is linked to behavioral problems in children. In an attempt to divert attention from Prime's problems, he claimed that some of our competitors employ Red 40. This strategy further disappointed the online community by exposing his deception and using parents' anxieties to weaken competitors. The public became indignant. Consumers, particularly parents, felt duped by a product that was promoted as healthful but instead hurt their children. Prime sales crashed, falling 70% in the UK and 50% in the US as a result of angry comments on social media, such as "How dare he sell this to kids?" and "Call it safe." Alleging late payments and poor management, Refresco Prime's manufacturing partner filed a $67 million lawsuit against Logan for breach of contract. A lawsuit was even made by Lionel Messi's Mass Plus drink brand, which claimed Prime had imitated their marketing approach. Logan's reputational lifeline, Prime Hydration, turned into a Pandora's box that revealed his reckless ambition and lack of transparency. It wasn't simply the figures or accusations that let the public down. Logan's attitude was the cause. Rather than take responsibility, he evaded, disparaged, and organized public relations initiatives to enhance his reputation. His video tour of his factory was viewed as a cheesy ploy that failed to win back the trust of those who had lost faith in him. When criticized, his behavior showed a pattern. Logan manipulates or assigns blame instead of correcting errors. Even devoted followers were turned off by this, questioning whether they had trusted someone who would simply take advantage of them. You don't even understand the difference between the 870 milliliters of electrolytes in liquid, the fourth, and the 871 milliliters in the Prime stick, let alone why it could be beneficial to include additional sodium. To tell the truth, it's sort of funny. The story of Logan Paul is not just about the Prime cans that were left behind, or the millions of cash that were lost. Something all too familiar lies at its heart: how quickly we give authority to a well-known person simply because they seem good on camera, and how easily the trust of a crowd may be abused, taking away the shine. All that's left is a mirror that reflects modern civilization. This goes beyond the failure of a YouTuber, a group of people who were swept up in the promises of a bright future, only to wake up feeling duped. The risk is not an energy drink or a blockchain game, but rather the exploitation of communal trust as a means of achieving financial gain. Idle admiration is okay. Assuming that success in one area translates to credibility in another is a mistake. A crypto project is not validated by a flashy wrestling ring. Scientific scrutiny is not replaced by a sports contract. However, we frequently combine all of that glitz into one, and it's there that blind faith grows. This cycle is accelerated by social media. Content that is sensational spreads. Warnings are disregarded. There is little time for hesitation, because of the heightened sense of urgency to buy now or miss out. While followers are pressured to make snap decisions, celebrities continue to spin new success stories. The cycle of anticipation, investment, disappointment, and pursuit of the next event never stops. When it comes to parents, this is really evident. Many people thought they were purchasing something safe for their children when Prime invaded stores. The ugly truth is that several kids shuddered after drinking cans of double Red Bull's caffeine. Blind trust has more costs than just financial ones. It's the health of the kids. Every statement and tweet is more than just amusement once a name is used for commercial purposes. It has the power to change millions of dollars and impact millions of lives. There will undoubtedly be repercussions when celebrities are used to promote opaque goods. Regulators and platforms cannot remain passive. The rules need to adapt in a world where entertainment and business are blurred. Investment cannot be based solely on a celebrity's notoriety, nor can a product aimed to young people rely on dishonest marketing. Losses will always arrive first if oversight is delayed. All of this suggests a straightforward reality. Though it must be used carefully, trust is not always a bad thing. There are still reliable brands and honest artists. However, trust only lasts when put to the test and examined closely. Perhaps the only way to prevent being a victim in a society that moves too quickly is to slow down and pay closer attention. Numbers aren't the only factor in Logan Paul's demise. CryptoZoo lost $18.5 million. Lawsuits totaling $67 million from Refresco or Prime's declining sales. It's a tale of stolen money, betrayed trust, compromised health, and eluded justice. Fans' aspirations of affluence were transformed into debt-ridden nightmares as he wrung every last bit out of their wallets. His marketing of an energy drink as a miracle left parents worried about the health of their children. After being revealed, he utilized money and legal threats to stifle the truth, rather than making amends. Logan is now a warning about the perils of powerful people, having formerly been a symbol of redemption and evidence that anyone may rise after falling. His experience raises an unpleasant question in the internet age, where millions of people trust online celebrities. To what extent are we prepared to pardon a famous person?